Welcome to Before the Storm, a pre-game special. Presented by Best Day Brewing.
There's no place like home.
I mean, we have the best fans in the league.
Las Vegas found that out firsthand last week.
Just incredibly impressive. 1 week later, the Aces are back. The Storm needs a win. Two of the best franchises this decade meeting up once again. This time in the Commissioner's Cup, the best of the West. Next from Climate Pledge Arena.
Well, welcome to Before the Storm, your pregame home for the four-time WNBA Seattle Storm. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Kelly Koopmans.
And I'm Sports Director Nico Tamarine. Today we're joined in studio by two-time WNBA champion, Storm Executive Director of the team's charitable Armed Force for Change. We're going to talk about that in a minute. But Crystal Langhorn, we're so thrilled that you're here in studio with us.
I'm really excited to be here. Thank you for having me today.
We'll be very excited to get to that. In just about a half hour, the Storm will be taking on the Aces for a second time this season. If the Storm can bring anything like they did when these two faced off 1 week ago, Climate Pledge is due for a big celebration. Last Sunday, the Storm surged past the Aces with that dominating 102-82 win. That's the most points scored by any team this season, and the most the Storm have scored against the Aces since 2020. They had 32 assists in that game, the third most in any game in the team's 25-year history. Nneka Ogwumike scored 23 points in that game. Erica Wheeler scoring a season high of 21 points. Well, the Aces still aren't a team to take lightly. They are sixth in the league for points per game with an average of about 83. The Storm ranked ninth with about 80 points per game. The Aces also third in the league with 3-point percentage. The Storm are sixth, so a pretty close match here defensively. The Aces are in seventh place in the league. The Storm just a tenth of a point behind in eighth place. Very tight. Storm fans, though, are now filing into Climate Pledge as we speak.
That's right. Hannah Knowles joined us from inside the arena as fans hope to rally the Storm to a much-needed W this afternoon. Hannah, what's the mood like in there?
Hey, well, things are really just kind of starting to get started, I would say. It looks like fans are starting to file in, looking for their seats. You know, I've done some Storm coverage. I've been to the practice facility, but I've got to say, this is my first time being inside Climate Pledge Arena for a Storm game. So this has been really fun for me to watch some of the players warming up, to listen to the DJ. Looks like they're getting ready to, you know, do some more pre-show activities. And outside, we met a lot of fans. Fans are super excited, of course, after that tough loss to Atlanta. They say, you know, this is okay. The Storm can come back. They can win this game playing the Las Vegas Aces for the second time. We also met up with the halftime group. This is the Boot Boogie Babes. It's a local group of women, different ages. They all live here in Seattle. And the cool thing is they actually have a school where they teach you how to line dance. And tonight, or for this afternoon, for the halftime show, that's what they will be doing. Take a listen to what they have to say.
We are so excited. We've got 60 women who are going to bring line dancing to the court right there at the Seattle Storm game. We love that basketball team, and we love that we're an all-women's group. It's just going to be a big, fun line dance party for the halftime show today.
Tons of fun, and as I mentioned, it still looks like fans are starting to arrive, find their seats, listening to the music. We've seen a lot of kids, parents, you name it, fans of any age really out here to support the Storm. That game starts at 3 o'clock. Of course, we will have that full coverage for you right here on KOMO News. Back to you guys.
Well, thanks so much for that, Hannah. And certainly a lot of scoring leaders on the Storm team right now. This is by committee. We know Skylar Diggins is leading the team. Nneka Ogwumike, they're both over 19 points per game. Nneka right there. Gabby rounds out the top three with 13 points per game. But again, there's so much to this team. It's by committee. And to that end, let's bring back Crystal Langhorn. We're so happy you're here, especially to help us break down this matchup. And I think this is really going to be a lot of fun for Storm fans.
Yeah, it should be. So let's get to your expertise. You know, we're interested to get your thoughts on the mindset of the team right now. A week ago, they won big against the Aces. Then we know they had the loss too. How do you kind of balance those two feelings and channel them into this game?
Yeah, you just have to take it one game at a time. You can't get too focused on the loss. I mean, the last game against Atlanta was a tough loss, but You have to come back and be ready to play today. The Aces are a really tough team, but we should be ready to play against them tonight.
Yeah, that's something I was talking with Ebony Huffman about. It's like you played such a good game, but you still have to make adjustments as far as we know Vegas is coming back for this one, right?
Yeah, Vegas is going to have, they're going to be ready to play today. We played really well against them last time. Obviously, Asia and the crew and Jewel, of course, coming back, they're going to be ready to play against us. To that end, of course, you played with Jewel. She's back for this one. And especially given the way the last one went, certainly, how does that affect this matchup in any way? Yeah, she's going to be aggressive. Jewel's a scorer. She's always looking to be aggressive on the court, so she's going to come out ready, but we're going to be ready with her.
Okay, speaking of players to watch out for, of course, you talk about Jewel, then we got Asia Wilson, the three-time defending WNBA MVP, all-time Aces leading scorer as well. How do you compete against a team that has these threats on them, so many assets in their favor?
Yeah, you really have to game plan for a player like Asia Wilson. She's so talented. She scores the ball so well. But you really have to be focusing on her, not let her get any easy buckets. Be ready to throw different defensive schemes at her all of the time because she's just such a talented player. You know she's going to score, but you just have to limit her touches.
Certainly, when we can talk about the Aces all day, but I think with this Storm team and how dangerous this team can be, it's really about playing their game, right? And playing Storm basketball the way we just saw it a week ago, right?
Yeah, our team, we have a ton of tremendous scorers on this team. I think you've seen like our assist goal from the last game when we played the Aces was one of our highest in history. So it's just really playing together, working with each other, using all of our offensive threats. We have so many on the court, people coming off the bench as well. So that really starts with our leaders, Skylar, Nneka, Gabby, and just them being aggressive.
And to the end with Sky, this is really her second full season back. What has that jump forward you've seen from her been like?
You can see the way Skylar plays. She is such an aggressive player, and you see the work that she puts into her game, and every night she comes out and she's going to put her best foot forward. And then she just is really leading our team, and it's just amazing to see her coming back, having a child 2 years ago, and being able to play like this is just amazing to watch.
Yeah, it really is. Who else are you looking at on the Storm here to kind of make a mark tonight, or any other storyline watching?
Yeah, I would think about Erica Wheeler. I think she's a good energy boost for us. And just her continuing to be aggressive, always being ready to score for us, and just to help us lead and be a defensive presence for us as well.
What does her energy do for the, like, as a player, like, you're out there with her and you see her getting pumped up, you see her talking to the other team. Like, what's that do for you?
Yeah, I used to play against Erica Wheeler, and she was very annoying to play against. So I know she's a tremendous player, and her energy lifts up her teammates and also annoys the other team. So she's a very good player to have on the team.
There's oftentimes focus on a lot of the drama that's going on the court, and fans seem to notice, not only just for that, but for the love of women's basketball. And WNBA has been growing in popularity a lot recently. What do you attribute to that, and how does it feel to kind of sense that surge of energy into the sport?
I think when you look at the WNBA and just the intensity that these women are playing with, I mean, everyone's fighting. Everyone wants to win a championship. People are fighting for their jobs. This is not only a sport, but it's people's professions. So I think you see women coming out there playing their best, and it's always been like that. That's what we said. We've always been really aggressive. I think a lot more people are paying attention now, and they didn't realize that women play at this high of a competitive level. And now you see that. And I think people are understanding the intensity of the women's game that they haven't before.
How does it feel to get that recognition now? I mean, it feels like, hey, you should have been watching before. It was always happening.
Yeah, no, it's great. I'm so excited for the women's game. We're continuing to grow. I'm just so happy that these women are getting the attention that they deserve. It's been a long time coming, and it's really exciting to see.
You know, Crystal, something you and I have talked about a few times before, and certainly we're going to feature it on a future Before the Storm pregame show, but Force for Change. You know, the charitable arm, everything the Storm does that you kind of lead the charge on. Take me through some of the work you all do and how special it is to be representing the Storm in a way that gives back to the community.
Yeah, this opportunity that I have working with this, it means so much. Just the way we're able to give back, not only amplifying underserved communities, marginalized communities, but investing into nonprofits that are very much deserving. I feel like that's really the work that we're doing with this platform, and it's been just an honor to be a part of that.
Well, certainly. It's been an honor for us to cover all the things you're doing in the community. Thank you for being in studio with us today. This was so much fun.
Yeah, this is really nice. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for joining us.
And Krista will be back in another show in the future because, again, this is a long season. We are just getting warmed up, especially in this pregame show, because coming up and before the storm, another day, another opportunity. We hear from assistant head coach Ebony Huffman when we come back.
We're going to tell you how she says the team is gearing up to get their swag back after Friday's loss. That and much more. You are watching Before the Storm. Welcome back to Before the Storm, just moments away from tip-off with Las Vegas.
Yeah, that's right. I was able to get a last-minute preview of this thing, Kelly, and how the Storm is approaching playing Las Vegas twice in 1 week. Well, we're here with Storm assistant coach Ebony Huffman. And coach, you know, the beauty of the W schedule is that you get right back to it. And is that kind of what the players are feeling after Friday?
Definitely. I think the name of this year is we get another opportunity, right? Another day to right the wrong of yesterday. And it's just getting back to being disciplined, putting together a 40-minute game. I mean, in another half. You know, so I think our players were quite upset with how that ended yesterday, and all correctable and things that we can change.
And we've seen this team bounce back before, whether it was the opener or whether it was rallying for comebacks in certain games.
Yeah. I mean, we have it in us, but it's just a matter of putting two things together at once. It's the discipline in the middle of those things happening, and then just coming back, getting our swag back, and just having what we have like Storm basketball.
That's just it. And of course, it is Vegas again, and that's never easy. So twice in 1 week, rather, of course, is a pretty difficult task with them as well.
I mean, it's a tall task that we've had, the schedule that we've had. But I mean, what are we going to do? Complain about it? No, we're gonna rise to the occasion as we always do. And we've got Vegas for the second time in a week. It's Commissioner Cup game, so it holds other implications to it as well. But regardless of that, it's basketball. We're playing it again. We get another opportunity, but it's still towards our schedule, so it's important for us as well.
And when you get something like that twice in a week, obviously the first matchup going really well last week, how much is it like, okay, we played really well, but obviously there's going to be adjustments to made as well? How do you balance that sort of thing?
Yeah, so we are trying to see what adjustments will we scout ourselves. What adjustments will we make on ourselves if we know that a Nneka and Skylar pick and roll was so prolific. So, we're going to put them through things that we think that they will adjust to. And again, it's all about playing basketball. We don't want paralysis by analysis. We want them to play, feel free, and to play and be the stars that we know that they are.
And the Commissioner Cup, I mean, it's a different feel to it. I mean, listen, it's the game. You're trying to win all of them. But is there a different feel to it?
I mean, there's a different ball, but the ball is still round. So, it's a round hoop, it's a round ball. The size of the court is still the same. So it holds different implications from what the money side of it all. So now we're getting into the bonuses and all of that, and there's an extra little juice, but we've got competitive vets on our team, and even from the rookies to the third-year players to the vets, everybody's taking every game like it's their last. So we're gearing up for the next game, which happens to be Vegas, which happens to be tomorrow, which happens to be at 3 o'clock.
Well, there you go. We can't wait for that. We can't wait for Tuesday. You guys are fun to watch. It's got to be fun to coach too, right?
Yeah. This is a fun group, man. They're so engaged with each other. They play the right way. The ball is popping around the perimeter. And, we just got a real different, versatile group. So I'm loving this team. I really do.
Coach, best of luck in this one. Thanks for the time. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
Good conversation.
Oh, she's always
fun. Oh, my gosh, that's so much fun. All right, coming up on Before the Storm.
My energy always speaks louder than my words.
There's energy, and then there's Erica energy.
Oh, my goodness. This was so fun to catch up with Storm newcomer Erica Wheeler. We talked about her a moment ago, how she's already proving to be an incredible asset to this team. Before the Storm continues right after this.
Pleasant surprises for this new Storm team has been this arrival of Erica Wheeler.
Oh, absolutely, Kelly. Certainly, this is somebody who brings the energy on and off the court. When you watch Erica play, you're instantly a fan, no question about it. But when you see what she does for people in need, well, it just makes you realize how special Erica Wheeler really is. There's energy. And there's Erica Wheeler energy.
If you know me as a person, that's who I am. My energy always speaks louder than my words, and I know it.
A newcomer to the Storm, but over a decade in the W, Erica Wheeler, known for leaving it all on the floor. It's why she's here. It's how she's already carved out a key role with the 2025 Storm.
She's an energy giver. I think we see her on the sidelines waving her towel and really always communicating with us and her team. And on the court, she's been very efficient in her minutes, what she's done on both ends of the floor, defensively, offensively. It becomes contagious when your energy is positive, but also it nets positive results.
Oh, man, Seattle is awesome, man. Like, this facility that we're in right now is great, awesome sauce. And then it's the organization, how much they pour into us. The owners are here, so it just shows a good support system that they care about us. So that's the thing that we love the most. That would make us go out and play harder.
From undrafted to all-star game MVP, Erica's story on the floor is inspiring.
I'm always happy. Like, nothing can really, like, tear me down. Nothing can really scrape me away from my path because I believe in me more than anything. And then I'm protected by my mom, who's in heaven. I'm protected by a guy who's walking with me every day. And then, like I said, I'm happy. So nobody can really, like, mess that up. So anybody that's negative, I'm going to brush that off because I know who I am.
But somehow her story off the court means even more. Inspired by her late mother, E uses her platform in the W, the Erica Wheeler Kids Foundation. Everything from basketball camps for kids to helping families that could use a hand, all in the image of her hero.
My mom is one of those parents that it's 10 kids on the block. Everybody's coming to my house because my mom has snacks. She's cooking. So for me, I just saw how my mom always gave back to our community. So I wanted to, do something that kind of resemble her. One lady was about to get evicted with 3 kids, and we ended up paying up her rent for up to 3 months. So for me, like, that's the stuff that you don't want to get on camera, but you know it's in your heart. So for me, my foundation is try to, provide those things to give them things that's not easy. So, and I'm there in the flesh. I'm not showing up 1 hour and leaving. I want them to be able to see me.
A spark plug for the Storm, a catalyst in the community, Erica Wheeler, an incredible player and most importantly person in the Pacific Northwest.
I've been in this league for 11 years, just trying to always, impact wherever I can, whether I'm on the bench, whether I'm on the court, talking to the refs in certain ways, just making it always light. Because at the end of the day, I think sometimes we forget to have fun, and I'm always trying to have fun and try to remind my teammates to have fun because it's a beautiful game.
Yeah, Erica is fun. You see Erica take something happening to her, like the passing of her mother in 2012, and turn it into what we just showed you. Really impressive stuff from this new star with our Seattle Storm.
Makes you want to root for her even more.
Absolutely.
That's right. All right, coming up on Before the Storm tip-off, only a few minutes away. We make last-minute predictions for this matchup and the season ahead.
Well, this afternoon's game is the first of the league's Commissioner Cup, the annual in-season competition. The team from each conference with the top record in Commissioner Cup games will compete for a, get this, $500,000 prize in the Commissioner's Cup Championship game. Now, that game will be played later this month, Tuesday, June 25th. Now, here's a look at the current Western Conference standings. Undefeated Minnesota Lynx, they look awesome. They lead the pack, followed by the Mercury and Aces. 2 teams we know here in Seattle are pretty darn tough. Storm sitting at 4th. That's even with that 3-3 record because of the losses the last couple games. In the Eastern Conference, defending WNBA champion Liberty reigning supreme at the top, followed by the Dream, who we just saw on Friday, and of course the DC Mystics.
A busy evening in the league tonight. Here's a look at some other games around the WNBA. The defending W champs, the New York Liberty, proving why they are first in the league. They absolutely destroyed the Connecticut Sun this afternoon, 152.
I didn't see that score till just now. My goodness.
My goodness. That's the second largest margin of victory in league history. Think about that for a second. Phoenix Mercury and LA Sparks tip off in just a few minutes. Then later at 5:30, the Golden State Valkyries are hosting their very first home game of their franchise against the Minnesota Lynx. All right, take a look at the upcoming schedule here. Tuesday, the Storm are back in action at Climate Pledge Arena, taking on the Dallas Wings. They've got a bit of a break before heading to Phoenix for a tiebreaker match against the Mercury on Saturday.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. Unfortunately for Tuesday's game with the Wings, Paige Beckers is out. We'll see her later in the season, I'm sure. But You know, listen, the Storm needs these wins starting with today. Let's see if they can get on a new winning streak
Let's
here,
get
Kelly.
that momentum going. All right, tip-off just a few minutes away. Nico, what do you think needs to be done here against the Aces?
You know, a coach that I really admire once told me, you don't want to chase too many ghosts out there. And what that coach meant was, okay, so you beat the Aces last week, but you know they're going to adjust. Like, you know this game's going to be different, so you don't want to try and anticipate, well, what are they going to do because we did this? And then you start getting down that wormhole, and it becomes a whole thing. Play Storm basketball. We know this team is good. Even in Friday's loss to the Dream, I mean, they had that 17-point lead in the third quarter. So when you're talking about this Storm team, we know how good they are. They just have to complete it, make it a 40-minute game. And I think that's the secret here. We talked about it with Crystal. Mm-hmm. I don't think, of course, you're looking at the stars. You're looking at Asia. You're looking at Jewel. You're looking at Chelsea. But just play Storm basketball. This is a team that's good enough, not just to make the playoffs, but make a deep run if they play to their potential.
Yeah, lots of great pieces already in place. So do you think we see another dominating win like we saw against them the first time, or are those adjustments being made, like you said?
I would love if that happens. I mean, let's be honest about it. I mean, it's hard to predict that sort of thing from a standpoint of, like, how could you possibly beat the Aces by 22 games in a row? And we know Vegas is going to be angry coming in here. But Kelly, if they are able to do it, that would be really cool, because the Aces were kind of that team that, so to speak, passed the Storm, right? The Storm won the titles in 2018 and 20, and then the Aces won 2 after that. So the Storm's trying to retake that spot as the franchise, not just in the West, but in the entire W. So it'd be really cool to send another statement today, but that certainly will not be easy.
Okay, so who are the players to watch closely this afternoon? And then, of course, into the season?
I'm looking at Ezzy. Ezzy Magbagor is such a star for this team, and you've seen it building. She's due for a breakout game. She's been good, of course, we're not saying that, but she's been due for the Ezzy breakout game that you and I have come to know and expect. That's what I'm watching for, and hopefully we get it today at Climate Pledge Arena.
Okay, we're ready for a show. I know everyone else is ready for a show, too, so thank you so much, Nico.
Yeah, this has been so much fun.
It's going to be a good one.
Yeah, we can't wait to bring you the best plays right after the game on KOMO. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Thanks for joining us for Before the Storm, your pregame home for the Seattle Storm.
That's right. In just moments, you'll see the Storm play the Las Vegas Aces right here on KOMO. And again, we'll bring you all the highlights and scores from tonight's game on KOMO News at 5, 6, and 11. Go Storm!